In a world where burnout became the norm, many found themselves reevaluating their paths. The relentless grind, coupled with stagnant wages, pushed individuals to seek fulfillment beyond their cubicles. Some left in search of passion, yearning for creativity that corporate life stifled. Others were driven by the desire for work-life balance, prioritizing family and mental health over a paycheck. A few, emboldened by the pandemic's upheaval, embraced the uncertainty of new ventures, believing that life was too short to be unfulfilled. Quitting a job is a significant decision, and it's important to follow appropriate procedures to ensure a smooth transition and compliance with applicable laws. Here are steps you can take to officially resign and facilitate the payment of any wages owed. 1. Review company policies and employment contract. Check your employee handbook or employment contract for any specific guidelines regarding resignation, notice periods, and final paychecks. 2. Determine your notice period. Many employers require a notice period, commonly 2 weeks. Ensure you comply with this to maintain professionalism and protect your reputation. 3. Prepare a resignation letter. Write a formal resignation letter that includes your name and date, a clear statement of resignation, the date your resignation will be effective, a brief expression of gratitude for the opportunities provided, optional but recommended, your contact information for any follow-up. Keep the letter concise and professional. 4. Schedule a meeting with your supervisor. Request a meeting with your direct supervisor or manager to discuss your resignation. It's best to do this in person if possible, or via video call if remote. Bring a printed copy of your resignation letter to hand over during the meeting. 5. Complete any required exit processes. Follow any exit procedures your company may have, such as notifying HR, completing exit interviews, and returning company property. 6. Understand final paycheck laws. Familiarize yourself with your state's labor laws regarding the final paycheck. Most states require employers to issue the final paycheck by the next scheduled payday, but some may have different regulations. Ensure you have accurately tracked your hours and any outstanding reimbursements or accrued vacation/sick pay that might be due. 7. Document everything. Keep a copy of your resignation letter and any communication regarding your departure. If your final paycheck is delayed, or if there are any disputes about pay, documentation will be crucial. 8. Follow up on final pay. If your final paycheck does not arrive on time, follow up promptly with HR or your payroll department. Reference any relevant laws if necessary, but remain calm and professional. 9. Transition your responsibilities. Offer to assist with the transition of your responsibilities, whether that's training a replacement or providing documentation, to maintain good relations and a positive reputation. 10. Consider a non-disclosure agreement, NDA. If you signed an NDA, or if there are terms that might affect the payment of your final wages, e.g., unpaid bonuses, review these agreements as necessary. 11. Consult a labor attorney if needed. If you believe you may have issues getting paid or are facing unlawful behavior from your employer, consulting with a labor attorney can provide guidance based on your specific situation. Final thoughts. Quitting a job can be challenging, but handling it professionally and legally will help ensure that you receive any payment owed and maintain a good reputation in your industry. If you believe you've been unfairly dismissed from your job, here are the steps you should consider taking. Review employment contract and company policies. Check your employment contract and your employer's policies to understand the grounds for dismissal and any procedures that were supposed to be followed. Gather evidence. Collect any documentation related to your employment, including emails, performance reviews, witness statements, and any correspondence related to your dismissal. This evidence will be crucial if you pursue further action. Speak to your employer. Consider discussing the dismissal with your employer or HR department. Sometimes issues can be resolved at this stage, and you may be able to negotiate a settlement or alternative solutions. Check for legal grounds. Determine if your dismissal was in violation of labor laws or regulations. This could include discrimination, retaliation, or breach of contract. Seek legal advice. Consult with a legal professional who specializes in employment law. They can provide you with guidance specific to your situation and jurisdiction. File a complaint. Depending on your jurisdiction, you may have the option to file a complaint with a labor board or similar governmental agency. This could be a prerequisite before pursuing a lawsuit. Consider mediation or arbitration. Some companies have procedures for mediation or arbitration as a way to resolve disputes. This can be a less confrontational way to address the issue than going to court. Take legal action. If necessary, you might consider filing a lawsuit against your employer for wrongful termination. Stay professional. Throughout the process, maintain professionalism. Avoid public comments about your dismissal that could harm your case. Look for employment. While pursuing your complaint, it may also be beneficial to start looking for new job opportunities. Remember, employment laws vary by location, so it's important to familiarize yourself with local labor laws and regulations that may apply to your situation.